Hi guys, it's Big Dave. I'm here with my response to that 14-year-old's anti-gay rant. I believe his name is Caiden. I know I may be a little bit late getting on the bandwagon here, but it took me a little while because I wasn't sure if I wanted to make a video response. Feeding fuel to the fire, as it were, is not something I wanted to really do. But I think it does deserve some response, at least from me. I want to put my 2 cents worth in. First off, I want to say I feel sorry for Caiden. He has obviously lived a very sheltered life. He's basically just, what I think he's doing is regurgitating what he has grown up hearing. I don't think he's formed his own opinion, especially since he hasn't had the life experience to form a legitimate, educated opinion on homosexuality. Having been brought up very sheltered the way he has, cloistered almost, from what I can hear in his rant. Thinking that homosexuality is a belief, that it's a choice, that's no more than saying that he chose to be straight. If you can say that, well, you chose to be gay, well then, he must have chosen to be straight. You don't just do that. It's a ridiculous statement, and it's a ridiculous thought. Anyone who believes that, well, you need to educate yourself. We are born that way. We are born gay, unless you believe that nurturing plays a role in that. I mean, you have the nature versus nurturing ideas on what makes a person gay. But either way, it's not a choice. If it's nature, then you are born that way. If it's nurturing, you've been brought up that way, and you still didn't have a choice. So it's never really a choice. You can choose whether you have gay sex. You can choose whether you participate in a gay relationship. You do have those choices. Just like if you're a straight person, you have a choice whether to be married and live that way, or to be celibate. We all have the choice of being celibate. That's about the only choice we have on that kind of thing. And he also says that it's getting worse, that there are more gays out there because people are choosing to be gay. I mean, oh yes, I'm going to choose to be gay, so there's, people are coming out of the woodwork. Oh, gay is so much fun! Let's all go out there and be bullied! I mean, really, come on. It's not an easy road to follow. It's not something most people would actually choose. So it's not getting worse. There aren't more gay people being born or coming out. It's simple. It's a simple fact that we're finding our voice thanks to the generations before us. This generation of teenagers and young adults have found a voice, and they're getting the courage and the strength to step forward, to admit that they're gay, to stand up for their rights. And they know what they want. They know they want to be able to have the same rights as Joe and Nancy next door, to have the right to marry, the right to have children. The state doesn't have the right to deny us that. The federal Constitution denies us equal rights. It's plain and simple. Every man is created equal. Hello. It's right there on the piece of paper that our country was, built on. We are all equal in the eyes of the law, supposedly, and in the eyes of God. He talks about how there are at least 30 kids in his entire county that are gay, 30 teenagers who are gay in the county. So there must only be maybe 300 teenagers in the whole county. Because there's at least 10% of the population is gay. And he used to know all of them. He used to be friends with all of them. And they weren't gay when they were 5 and 6 years old. They weren't gay when they were 10. No duh. I mean, please. They hadn't even started thinking about that sort of thing. And if they have, then there's a reason for that. But there's no reason for them to think of themselves as being gay at 10 or 8 or 9 or anything like that. They're just being young kids. You don't start thinking about your sexuality until you reach puberty, and adolescence, and those hormones start kicking in. Then you're like, oh, well, there's a cute boy. Or, oh, there's a cute girl. I mean, that's when it happens. That's how it develops. That's nature. So, it just, he doesn't make any sense. His claims and his statements don't make any sense. He has nothing to back up what he is saying. Just like he said, it's not natural. Yeah, it is. There is homosexuality in nature. And nature is natural. There are gay animals out there. There are penguins that are gay. There are other animals that are gay. Where a certain percentage of that population matches up with the same sex, same gender. So it is natural. God created all of us, whether you like it or not. If you believe in God, if you believe in what God has done, and you're a Christian, then you have to believe that He created homosexuals. If He had not, they would never have existed. Hello? If He didn't want us here, it would never have happened. So, God is not against us. It's man who is against us, not God. He goes on, and Caiden says that he is against bullying. Well, what he is doing is a form of bullying, trying to force someone to believe what he believes. Force them. My God is right. My God says you're damned for going to bed with another man, or if you're a woman going to bed with another woman, that's a sin. If you don't convert, you're damned. You're going to hell. That is bullying, and that's what he was doing in his rant. He was being a bully. It's really frustrating. I'm frustrated in trying to. I want to go to him, and I want to sit down, and I want to talk to him. I want to see what he has to say face to face, and I want to break down his arguments for him, so that maybe he can learn. I want to teach him. Not teach. I want to educate him, and so that he can learn what being a real Christian is about. Christ loved everyone. Christ did not judge anyone. I mean, that was perfectly clear when he, didn't pick up that first stone to toss it. He didn't do it, and he made sure no one else was able to do it either, simply because no one is without sin. Nobody's perfect. And of course, I love the fact that this is all President Obama's fault. President Obama is making people gay. That is probably the most ridiculous political statement I've heard. I mean, first off, if President Obama had a magic wand that he could wave and say, okay, I'm going to make you gay. It's all right to be gay, so you can be gay. No, he wouldn't do that. If he had such a magic wand, he'd go, okay, I'm going to make you a Democrat. Vote for me. You're a Democrat, and you're a Democrat. Vote for me. That's what President Obama would do if he was going to make anybody be anything. He'd make them be Democrats. Not gay. So, hello, don't be stupid. I mean, no one has that kind of power. No one has the, that much influence on the world and on people. Anyway, I think I pretty well covered it and explained how I feel and what I think about what Caiden has said. If you have any further comments you want to leave, if you want to criticize my thinking, what I had to say, please do so. I'll be interested in hearing everyone's point of view. I believe in free speech. I just don't believe that speech should be focused on forcing someone else to be a certain way. And that's all she wrote, folks. So thanks for watching. Sorry it ran so long. I like to talk. I don't like to hear myself talk, but I like to talk. And you've been a great audience. You haven't made any comments. You haven't stood up. You haven't interrupted me. So I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.